The procedure here is because they've been here for like 2 weeks already. Si Nobesio and Makadat. Okay pa rin sa amin, dito kayo mag-stay but we will be informing the speaker about this. So may we clarify from both of you kung you wanted to be released or actually hindi na naman kayo under our custody, but you wanted still to be here for your protection. Do you still wanted to continue your stay here or you wanted to be released? Sige, Michael Nobesio.
Sir, good afternoon po. Para din po sa kaligtasan po natin, sir. Kahit dito lang po muna ako, sir.
Okay. How about si Makadat?
Good afternoon po, Mr. Chair. Para po sa akin, kung nang po lumabas.
Ano na? Again? Gusto mo na lumabas?
Opo.
Ano na? Oo. Okay, so we will be well actually we can allow that, no, if you wanted to be out, no. We'll just have to remind you that under Republic Act I think 6981 yung witness security protection and other benefits that will be given to the witnesses are in line, no, with what we are doing right now with both of you. And we can provide yung mga benefits, not the whole benefits, but I think yung mga medical, dental, that can be provided by this house. And it goes along also with our members of the PNP, no? I think the medical and the dental services are all being given to you, no? And we are also trying to meet out other requirements or other requests coming from all of you, no? Hindi naman po kami dito. Basta may dumating kayong mga request, pinipirmahan ko na agad para for your convenience as well. Sige, si Pio Quinto. Sige, go ahead.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo mga membro po ng chairman nito. Mr. Chairman, humingi po sana ako ng consideration na kasi meron po kaming na-receive po na order na dismissal on PNP service na po kami. Humingi po ako sa inyo ng magandang kalooban po at mabigyan niyo po sana kami ng kahit konting panahon lang po na makasagot po kami sa dismissal order namin kasi binibigyan po kami ng about 10 days lang po. Kung maaari po sana para ano po namin yung MR po saka yung mga document need ng sasagutin po namin desisyon. Pwede makaalpas lang po siguro sa Tagalog term po, makaalpas lang po sa siguro 5 days para maano lang po namin yung dismissal order po.
Yeah, but siguro before we decide on that, can we ask General Artates of the because there are separate investigation that being conducted by them. It is separate with us as well, no? Iba yung sa amin, iba yung sa kanila. So there's no linkage about our decision and their decision on the dismissal. So we can give the for law, no? But of course, we wanted to get the side of the PNP on this. Can you kindly educate us, General Artates, on the issue of dismissal of these following personalities?
That's true, Your Honor. The case under summary hearing proceedings have finally been resolved, and per recommendation of the summary hearing officer and careful study of these 34 case folders, medyo mahaba po yun, kaya inabot po ako ng mga ilang araw. And na-desisyonan ko na rin po, or I have resolved all of those 34 cases, Your Honor.
So in other words, yung excuse me, sorry. So you have decided on the dismissal of the following personalities, the 34.
For the information of the Honorable Committee, out of the 34 personnel under the summary hearing personnel, 10 po doon ang penalties, dismissal from the police service. And this dismissal, pagka-grave offense po yun, dismissal, it is immediate and executory.
So in other words, all of those who are under our custody, they have been issued dismissal,
Only 10, Your Honor.
Yeah, we have. Oh yeah, okay, sige. So those 6 na under our custody, yung mga non-commission ay na-issue na ng dismissal.
That's true, Your Honor.
And how about sila Colonel Cabradilla and General Mariano is within the powers of the President?
This conduct of summary hearing proceeding for Colonel Cabradilla and General Mariano is still pending. We are waiting for
With the office of the President? Or
no, we are waiting for the presidential clearance.
Oh,
Your Honor.
presidential clearance. You haven't gotten yet the presidential clearance.
None yet, Your Honor.
Not yet. Okay, that's the reason why wala pa kayong decision for that. Okay, I'll be asking the body for that request coming from Pio Quinto, no? Since they're going to answer back on the dismissal process that was that was given to them, no? So, what's the decision of the body? Sige, Congressman Paduano.
Again, either it's for law, lifting of contempt, ang problema po natin yung 2/3 pa rin ng quorum. So, we have to ask for some members, each representative of the House, to report to this committee so that we can act on the request of those members of PNP cited in contempt for law. Except, of course, for General Mariano and Cabradilla because ongoing pa yung summary dismissal proceeding.
Okay, so since we'll just try to find out those other congressmen who are just nearby to be present here, members, no? Siguro tawagan na lang natin in a while. But for the meantime, we'll be proceeding with our investigation. And those who wanted to speak,
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Ako, please.
may I ask General Natates, sino po yung na-dismiss na from the service?
That is, you are recognized.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. For the information of the Honorable Committee, there are 10 personnel, part of the 34 personnel who have undergone summary hearing proceedings. They are Police Corporal Rexes U. Claveria, Police Staff Sergeant Christian C. Corpus, Police Staff Sergeant Roy G. Pioquinto, Staff Sergeant Danilo L. Desder, Staff Sergeant Mark J. Democrito, Police Executive Master Sergeant Arsenio K. Valle, Police Captain Sherwin Limbawan, Police Major John Patrick O. Magsalos, Police Major Jason D. Quijana, and Police Lieutenant Colonel Jolet T. Guevara, Your Honor.
And this is 10 out of the 34. Were the others also meted penalties?
The others were not meted the penalty, Your Honor, but with different kind of penalty like penalty
there-
ranging from.
They were also punished but not dismissed.
That's true, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Okay, 1 minute suspension. Okay, again, sa issue po nung kulang kasi tayo ng quorum. So, in accordance with what we have discussed, we will be asking ang ating pong SecGen to increase the use of cellphone hours from 8 in the morning up to the afternoon ng 4 p.m. So you can discuss it with your lawyers. But yes, so sa kayo pagbisita po ng lawyers niyo, we will be allowing the hours that they will be enjoining our members of the PNP who are our own custody. So basically, makakausap niyo po yung lawyers anytime dito po sa sa Congress, no? And with regards to the position ni Makadat, you have to execute a waiver, no? Mamaya kakausapin ka na ng COMSEC namin. If you really wanted to be out of our custody, you can do so. But you have to execute a waiver, no? Kasi alam mo, medyo, syempre, hindi natin malaman kung sino yung mga kalaban nyo talaga. Chinese group ba yan, yung mga sindikato nila, or even in your own group, when you started to negotiate this pre-planned operation. So, we will be asking you, no, to sign a waiver, para sabihin na you really wanted to get out from our custody.
Yes po, Your Honor.
And naman kay Michael Nabesio, so we will still acting in accordance with the Republic Act 6981, no? 6981 with regards to the custody of your person, no? So don't worry, we will be giving you also some documents pertaining to this discussion. Okay, so members who wanted to kung wala na po tayong pag-usapan, Congressman Busita, you wanted to say something or oh, yes, Congressman Busita, please.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Actually, Mr. Chair, may darating pang members na just in case lang na kailangan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. At ano sinabi mo? Okay. So there's a Congressman Erwin, you want to move for that adoption ng ating mga diniscuss dito? hearing resumed. Okay, so this committee will be tackling the issue of the recommendation of the body with regards to the resolution number 4171, tama? With Congressman Ako. And basically, I have submitted to the Viber group, chat group natin, yung recommendation. And most likely, by Monday or Tuesday, we will be discussing the content and intent of that recommendation. And then it will be in a form of a committee report, which will be adopted by this committee next week. And thereby, if it is going to be adopted by this committee, the contempt that we issued will automatically be through a motion, or if it is already approved in the plenary. Okay. So our predicament right now is the access to cell phones and lawyers. So we will be allowing that through a motion by Congressman Erwin Tulfo in a while. But upon approval of the recommendation of this committee next week, and if there will be a motion to lift the contempt, then you will be released on the next hearing. Okay? Sige, Mr. Pio Quinto.
Sir, maraming salamat po sir sa mga magigiting namin congressman at sa inyo chairman na pinagbigyan niyo po kami. Ano lang po, additional lang po, meron po kasing sa appeal po namin bilang PNP, meron po kasi kaming tinatawag na present of the, kailangan po namin presenta yung sarili namin for passing the MR po.
The procedure.
Yes sir.
Okay.
The procedure.
We understand. So we'll be asking, Colonel Jesse, about this, or General Natates, about yung, yung actual presence,
Yes sir.
those accused, no?
Yes sir.
So how will you correct this, this problem? Is that a mandatory requirement? Chair, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Congressman Ramon Rodrigo Gutierrez of the One Rider Party List. Sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. The reply or MR or any reply with that resolution can be physical or can be mailed, Your Honor. Through registered mail.
So through registered mail or through their lawyers na lang? Pwede.
That's true, Your Honor.
Okay, so that answer your query, Pio Quinto. Correct?
Yes sir. Kung ano lang po sana sir, kung mabibigyan lang po sana kami ng pagkakataon kasi may mga documents po namin na nasa bahay po namin eh. Kung sana po sana, ang hinihiling ko lang po sana, di ko po hinihiling na malip yung ano po namin, yung content po namin.
Yeah, okay.
Mabigyan lang po sana kami ng a certain days o na makapag-comply dun po sa MR na gagawin po namin. And then, I promise you, nangako po kami sa inyo na babalik kami sa takdang araw na ibinigay niyo po sa amin. Kung mamarapatin niyo po, Your Honor.
May asawa ka ba, bro?
Meron po sir, anniversary po nga namin ngayon eh.
Medyo natouch naman ako doon.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman, ako.
yung po bang request ni Sergeant Pioquinto would be true to the 9 others?
Hindi, I think with the General Natates, you can answer.
Yung bang position ni Sergeant Pioquinto parehas din ang position ng mga iba, yung 9?
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Siguro, we'll be asking, is it true? Is it the same predicament that you have, Colonel Guevara?
Yes, Mr. Chair. If I may add, Mr. Chair, we've been also placed for restricted custody for all 3 months already, Mr. Chair. So it's been almost 4 months for us na restrict. Talagang hindi po kami nakagalaw regarding our case and everything. So if through your compassionate heart, Mr. Chair,
Hindi kayo parehas ni Sergeant Pioquinto. Dahil si Sergeant Pioquinto, kailangan niyang makauwi para ihandaan yung kanyang motion for reconsideration o apila. Sa iyo, iba eh.
same po, Mr. Chair. Hinatiran ko lang po.
Alin?
Same po, Mr. Chair.
The same. Hindi ko alam. Pero when you file a motion for reconsideration, ano bang kailangan mo sa bahay? Kasi nagkakaso ako for 19 years. Pero wala akong kinailangan sa bahay. O up to the Supreme Court yung kaso ko. Anong kailangan mo sa bahay para makapag-file ka ng motion for reconsideration? Samantalang, abogado lang ang kailangan mo. Pulis din ako dati, iyo. At mas malala yung kaso ko kaysa iyo.
Sir, yung mga dokumento po kasi na hawak ko, sir, nung simula po, sir, ng explanation, investigation, nakapay po sa bahay po namin, Your Honor. Mga succeeding documents po yun, Your Honor, para po sa NR ko. Baka kasi po kung iba po yung gumawa, maganda labo-labo po yung case file ko po. Yun lang po, Your Honor, salamat po.
Mr. Chair, I leave that to the body or the wisdom of the committee already, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so with that, no other members who wanted to give their comments? If none, we'll be holding that for a while, and we'll be asking our
Mr. Chairman,
yes, our
after the request of Sergeant Yoquinto, pwede mo naman, Sergeant, siguro, since may asawa ka naman, gusto naman ngayon ng video call, siguro yung folder mo naman, kung pwede mong sabihin sa misis mo na baka po pwedeng pakipadala rito sa iyo sa Congress. Kung yun lang naman ang iyong kung yun lang naman ang iyong problema, dahil file mo naman yan, maaaring alam yan ng asawa mo.
Okay, ganito na lang gawin natin, Congressman Arrogancia. Actually, tama rin siya sabi ni Congressman Arrogancia. But we have a legal affairs as well in this committee, and in the House of Representatives. So we will be asking them for your request of Orlo. No? Kung ilang couple of days lang naman yan, maybe the legal affairs will allow it. But we will be, I think we will be adopting that as well, if ever that we will finding out that there is a legal basis for that. No? But I think, actually, we have the power naman to do that. But of course, we don't want to make a mistake as well. And that's the reason why we will be preparing this as soon as possible today. We'll be asking them to release a legal stand on this. Is that fair enough?
Maraming salamat po, sir, Advance Valentine's Day po.
Sige, gawa na kayo ng written request para ibigay niyo sa amin. Today, ha? Sige, Congressman Paduano.
Anyway, matanong lang kasi ang pagkaintindi ko, when I talk to Vice Chairman Bernardo at saka kay RD, sa gilid, hindi naman 10 days na hindi naman 5 days, that's 10 days. You're given 10 days, tama? Now, first, ang tanong, have you received the dismissal order now?
Yes, sir.
When?
Nandito po sa file, nasa
When?
po, sir.
When?
Dito po sa, sir, sa...
Kailan?
Kahapon po, sir, kahapon.
Kahapon.
Yes, sir.
So, kahapon, yung 10 days mo, that was Tuesday. That was Monday. Tama? Monday. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Also, next Monday, 7 days. So, Thursday. Hanggang Thursday ka lang. Pwede. Sumagot. You're given 10 days, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Tama?
Yes, sir.
Kung marilis ka ng Monday o Tuesday, may isang araw ka pa, hindi mo kaya. Ikaw lang in your case.
Hindi po siguro kakayanin, Your Honor.
Okay. Yan ang tanong ko kasi as mentioned by the chairman, next week we'll approve the committee report and we might lift the contempt order by next week. Unless otherwise, late afternoon, before we adjourn, if you have a quorum, and somebody will move for the lifting for law, for you, giving you 5 days, pag in-approve ng body, isang process pa yan, baka kinabukasan. Kasi dadaan pa yun sa Secretary sa Speaker's Office. Kailangan nilang pirmahan yan. Now, ang inano ko lang, so, hindi kaya ng 2 days. Hindi kaya.
Siguro po, Your Honor, nagpapasalamat na po kami kung hanggang doon na lang po yung pag-ibigay niyo sa amin.
Anyway, sige, okay. So, lahat ng mga nakakontent, nakadetain yan dito sa House, natanggap niya yung mga dismissal order niyo? Andiyan na? Okay. So, tayo siya tingnan natin mamaya kung we can give them furlough to prepare all the documents doon sa defense nila.
Just give us the letter request, and we will be speaking with our legal affairs. And baka sakali mabigyan natin today or tomorrow. Okay? Tapos, we'll be asking this morning we have discussed the body worn camera. The very reason that we wanted to discuss it para maging aligned doon sa Congressman Emano, you are acknowledged. So, basically, yun ang pinapass track namin yung sa body worn camera and CCTVs. And unfortunately, wala nga tayo mabigat na penalties pagdating sa body worn camera. And that's the reason why, probably, yan ang nagiging parang nagiging deterrent pa nga yung Anyway, we just wanted to ask, yung si Napolcom, saka, sa Napolcom, BC, Bernardo, with regards to making our institution much more stronger, para at least may quick kami sa Monday pag-approve namin ng recommendation, lacking on this issue. Ako, I think the law itself, no, yung 8551 saka 6975, is wrong naman siya, no? But unfortunately, siguro yung mga ganitong lapses sa ating sa Supreme Court decision doon sa NMAC nila. So, kanina napag-usapan natin na wala siyang penalty, no? Baka ito yung nagiging reason, dahil nga pwede sasabihin mo lamang sa korte na nag-malfunction, ha? Yung nag-malfunction yung body-worn camera, Di ba, kailangan mo lang mag-submit sa kanila na mag-function, That's it na, Tapos, kasi yung ART na lobat, So, those are the yung mga madaling gawa ng paraan ng mga operatiba natin. Yun ang ginagamit nila para makaalis dun sa sa paggamit nun, So, what's your take on this?
Thank you, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. Yung sa usapin po na non-functional yung kanilang body-worn camera, nandoon po kasi noon sa provision ng Supreme Court na without prejudice to the administrative and criminal liabilities. Doon po sa administrative, pwede po sila mag-fall doon sa simple negligence. Kung hindi nila ni-maintain yung kanilang body-worn camera, halimbawa hindi naikarga ng baterya, halimbawa yung hindi nag-maintain. Kaya hindi po rin tatama na masasabi nila na walang penalty. Kung sa administrative, inefficiency o incompetence, papasok po rin sila doon. At kung sakaling nandoon din po kasi sa Supreme Court rules na merong kinakailangan kasi yung body-worn camera to establish yung chain of custody ng evidence, requirement po yun sa Section 21 ng Dangerous Drugs Act. Requirement din po ng Section 38 ng Firearms Law na sa planting of evidence, kailangan din yung chain of custody. Kung madidevelop po yun, papasok po rin sila ng grave misconduct doon kasi nga kung naging intentional yung pagbanggel ng operation sa drug cases at doon sa service ng warrant doon sa firearms, depende po rin sa handling.
But would you agree with me, Ms. Bernardo, that sometimes na nagkakaproblema because ang content na nakalagay doon sa NMAC resolution, just report it out with the proper court, issuing ng warrant, ay sufficient enough. Pag sinabi nilang it's not working, they will accept it. And that's a problem, di ba?
Yung po yun, kung yung sa non-functional yung kanyang body-worn camera, if it was a result of negligence for low maintenance at low preservation ng body-worn camera, responsibility rin po kasi nila yun. Kasi pag nawala po yung body-worn camera, pwede rin silang kasuhan ng malversation kasi nga property accountability yun. Kaya if by reason of their position, they are the custodian ng body-worn camera at kung ito ay mawala, pwede rin po mag-fall yun sa criminal. Kasi ang malversation po hindi lang yung cash, pati yung property accountability. Kaya on a case-by-case basis po.
So, ang magiging penalty lang nila dito is administrative. Di ba? Tapos, possible criminal case against them. Pag yung, yun lang yung magiging, parang pag titignan mo yung penalty is so little, no? Kaya, I think, talagang dapat ang penalty dito sa maling paggamit ng body-worn camera is so big that they will be not attracted to disfigure or make it loss yung ating mga body-worn camera. Would you agree with that?
Pwede po yun, ma-enhance ng proposed legislation para magkaroon ng parameters at framework. Pero kung yung pag-dismantle o kaya pang-disable ng body-worn camera is to bungle those cases, magpo-fall po yun ng Section 92 ng Dangerous Drugs Act, ng bundling of cases, para ma-dismiss yung kaso kung mapatunayan na ito'y sinadya, hindi ito by accident na mag-malfunction. Kung yung pag-service ng warrant, planting of evidence po yun, kung sinadya, kagaya po itong napag-usapan dito sa hearing, na from the start, it was not really at all a service of an honest to goodness search warrant, talagang planting po yun, magpo-fall ng Section 38.
Okay.
At case-to-case basis.
Alright, thank you so much with that inputs. Okay,